Okay, the next group we have is called hard trinomials. They're called hard trinomials because they start with a number in front. So you're no longer looking at the factors of 8 that subtract to give you 14. You have to put them in pair form. So I would be using the factors of 15 and 1 and 5 and 3, and I would be pairing that with the factors of 8 and 1, and 4 and 2, and I would be looking to see what subtracts to give me 14. Now there are a ton of different ways to do this factoring. You may not like my way, that is fine, but you have to find a way that you understand, whether it be tic-tac-toe, trial and error, box, magic number, bottoms up, any of those work. If you need help with any of those concepts, maybe your high school teacher taught it a different way, you'd like for me to show it to you that way, just send me a message. But right now I'm just doing trial and error. Okay, so I'm going to be looking for the factors again that subtract to get 14. Okay, so I just have to put them together and see what I've got. So I'm going to try 5x and 3x. Those were the blue numbers that came from the front. They both had to go on the front since 15 was on the front. And for the back, I'm going to try 4 and 2. I'm going to try 4 here and 2 here. Now, I don't know if it works or not. That's why it's called trial and error. We'll try it. This outside rainbow here would give me a 20x. And this inside rainbow here would give me a 6x. And that's going to work. You'll say, now what are you talking about with the rainbows? What I'm basically doing here is FOIL, first, outer, inner, and last. Well, I know the first part, 5x times 3x. I know that part is fine because I put them in there. That's F for FOIL, in FOIL. The L is 2 times 4, that's 8. So the first and the last are great. I'm just checking the inside, O and I. And that's why I do the rainbows. So if I'm looking for factors that would give me a 14, that means the 20 needs to be positive and the 6 negative. Well, 20 is made up of 5 times 4. I need that to be positive and the 6 negative. Okay, looking at the second one, I'm looking for what? Subtract. That would be an add, sorry. I'm looking for what adds to get 11. Okay, my factors of 6 are going to be 6 and 1 or 3 and 2. See if I can clean that up a bit. 6 and 1 or 3 and 2. And my factors of 4 are going to be 4 and 1 or 2 and 2. Okay, so the factors of 6 that I might try, I might try 3 and 2. I don't know if it works or not, but that's what I'll try. And on the back, I'm going to try 4 and 1. But let me give you a little hint. I'm going to try 4 and 1, and it is going to work. But what you can do when you're trying to do this trial and error is you can't put the 4 here because 2 and 4 have something in common. So when you're putting in your puzzle pieces, make sure you don't put common factors together. Since 2 and 4 have something in common, it can't go there. And the 4 would go here, and the 1 would go here. Okay, so if I do my rainbows, this outside rainbow here would give me a 3x, and this inside rainbow would give me an 8x, and 3 and 8 do add to give me an 11. Yay! But I'm looking for a negative 11. So since I'm looking for a negative 11, and I know since it ends with a positive, the signs have to be the same. That means I would need a negative 3 and a negative 8. So I can put those in there. You'll say, but the 1 isn't 3. But if you look at that rainbow there, 3x times 1, that's considered the 3x number, and that's how it got that sign. Okay, those are hard trinomials. If you need some extra practice with that, remember your My Math Lab has extra videos. YouTube, Khan Academy, they all have extra videos, or you're welcome to email me as well. Okay, difference of squares, super easy. First of all, difference of squares means they're subtracted. They all have a subtract. And secondly, it means square on the front, square on the back. So, looking at these, the number squared that gives me x squared would be x times x. The number squared that gives me 9 would be 3 times 3. It ends with a negative, so the signs are different. That's it. 36 is a perfect square. 25 is a perfect square. So when we get ready to do this one, the factors that give me 36 would be 6x times 6x. And the factors that give me 25 would be 5y times 5y. I need one positive, one negative. It doesn't matter which one's which. So then you have cubes. Now cubes are really easy. You just have to remember the procedure. And the procedure for cubes goes like this. It opens into a group of 2 and then a group of 3. And I call it SOP. SOP. S-O-P. Now, one thing about cubes before we get started is cubes factor whether they are a sum or a difference. Either one of those would factor. So when we get ready to do SOP, we're going to do same sign, opposite sign, plus. Same sign, opposite sign, plus. The cube number that gives me 125 would be a 5 and an x. And the cube number that gives me 8 would be a 2. So that's my next step. Just see what cube provides you with those values. Okay, now here's the rest of it. See where I am with this 5x right here? We're going to square it. Unfortunately, I ran out of room, so I can't write your rules in there. But you're going to start here with a 5x and you're going to square it. 5 squared, x squared. Now jump to the back at the 2. Now when you square it, you're going to put it on the back. So 2 squared would be 4. 4 on the back. So square the front, it goes on the front. Square the back, it goes on the back. So then you have your middle number. Let me change my color. My middle number would be multiply these two, both of them. Now keep in mind you've already done the sign, so no signs. If you just said 5x times 2, you would get 10x. Square the first, square the last, multiply together. And that's what it would look like.